You'll be in Roanoke this Sunday for the WWE Sunday Stunner. I know you've been here before. We have some big wrestling fans here. Do you have any impressions of the fans in the area?
Oh yeah, man, just rabid in the best way possible, man. Like in Virginia, I always say like you guys are like really underrated fans. You know, like a lot of people don't give Virginia a lot of like credit when it comes to wrestling fandom, but I do because I've been there. I know. So we look forward to coming to Roanoke, and we look forward to being able to put on a great show like we do every time, and just feeling that positive energy that you guys like put out. So yeah, we love all that. We love all that. We can't wait.
Do you know who you'll be facing this Sunday in Roanoke?
I have no idea, man. I'm always the last one to find things out, man. But it's going to be a great show regardless. I know that Roman Reigns is going to be facing Drew McIntyre, which is going to be a good match. As a matter of fact, I was talking to my son about like the different matches that were going to be happening, and he was reading. He was like, "Oh, is Roman going to be facing Drew?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "That's going to be a great match." I said, "Yeah, it is. It's going to be a hard-hitting match, you know." And that's going to be great. But as far as what I'm doing, I don't know. I know Ricochet is going to be there versus Sami Zayn. Anyone who has not seen Ricochet in person, he is like the creative character in a video game, and you're pressing all the buttons, and you say like, "Oh, I'm gonna give him the flippy do move on this button, and I'm gonna give him the triple backflip on this button, and the 630-degree move on," and he does it all in real life. It's incredible. He's like such an amazing athlete, and Sami Zayn is a jerk. So when I see the amazing athlete go up against the jerk, I want to see the amazing athlete make the jerk be quiet, you know, and that's a great thing too. So like I said though, all around it's always a great show, and it's going to be the same thing in Roanoke for sure.
Now, I'm a fan myself, and I tell people all the time that while it's fun to watch on television, it really doesn't compare to the excitement of a live arena show. What should people expect Sunday night?
Yeah, man, it's that energy, man. It's that energy that you feel from the crowd. And like I said, like you guys in Roanoke, like you guys bring the energy into the arena. So we as performers appreciate that. But then you guys feed off of each other too. So when you see somebody having a good time and he's next to you, this is a complete stranger, and now you guys are bonding because of you like this guy, you don't like this guy. Now you have like a little bit of a little debate with like regard to who's better, and you leave the arena and the experience like with your comrades. You know, you've made friends, good vibes have been had, and you've seen an incredible show. Most importantly, so like I said, man, it's gonna be a great show, and we can't wait to be there, man. We can't wait to just go out there and put those positive vibes to good use. You know what I'm saying, in the ring, and it's gonna be an awesome time.
You know, it hasn't been too long that you couldn't perform in front of the fans because of COVID. It's a
Yeah.
completely different experience now. What's it like to be back in front of the fans again?
It's so awesome because like we always knew, every interview we always would talk about like how important the fans were to what we do, and we know that the WWE universe is so important to being able to I mean like the energy you guys bring, like I've talked about it this entire interview, but it's so important. Like without you guys there is no us. We always knew that, but we actually had to put it to the test when we were starved from you guys and you guys were starved from us for over a year, like a year and a half, almost 2 years. But the difference in, like, you know, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? So when we didn't have you guys there, we missed you so much. And then when we finally started getting back on the road and being able to like make eye contact with somebody or slap hands with somebody or, you know, look at somebody and you see that person like willing you on and cheering for you, like that is the difference between what we do and any other platform of sports. Like the WWE universe, like you guys are so supportive, more so than any other fan base out there. So we appreciate all of you guys. We've always appreciated you guys, but particularly getting to see you guys in person, like actual people out there. You know, it's a game changer. So we're so happy to have people back in the buildings and the arenas.
Well, let's talk about your career. You've had an amazing run of almost 16 years so far, and it's still growing strong. What do you owe your success to?
Oh man, I think it's just a matter of like showing up every single day with a zest and a passion for this. Because for me, this has always been a childhood dream. This is what all I've ever wanted to do when I was a kid. Like this was the dream. This was it. This is where I wanted to get to. And when I graduated from college, I was working in a corporate job. And I remember like going into work every day, being in that cubicle, like it wasn't fulfilling. I knew it wasn't my destiny. I was having to like wake up and go to a place I didn't want to be at. So you can't like that's no way to live, man. When you don't bring your passion yourself to what it is that you're doing, and this is supposed to be the rest of my life. So when I finally got signed after having trained while I was working, I would train after work and did that like 5 days a week, and then when I finally made it after all that hard work and determination, like it's I have a very large appreciation for what I don't want to do. I've been in the scenario where I knew that like this is not where I want to be. So I can't help but have that same passion for my job because I'm achieving that childhood dream and I'm doing what I want to do, and it doesn't even seem like work a lot of the times. Like I'm talking to y'all about wrestling, right? Like this is my job, right? It's crazy, So yeah, I think it's just a certain gratitude for being able to do what I love to do, and I bring that same passion and energy every single day that I step in the ring, or that I'm doing interviews like this, or every single day that I'm working.
Is this a future superstar behind us?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, man? Oh, he said, mm-hmm. Yeah,
mm-hmm. We look forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Well, let
he
me
actually
say.
had some fan. He was so when I won the championship at WrestleMania, him and his brother got to come in the ring after the match, and he's holding up the title, standing in the corner, and he took a T-shirt and he threw it out into the crowd. So I feel like he's a natural, but we got some work to do. We'll see. We'll see one day at a time.
Well, that's perfect timing because that's what I wanted to ask you about next. Your win at WrestleMania 35 when you won the WWE Championship has to be the true inspirational moment of all WrestleManias. You became the first African-born heavyweight champion. So many young people had to see that and be inspired to believe in their own dreams. Tell me what that felt like and what the fans told you about it.
Yeah, man, exactly that. It's wild because we all know that what we do is entertainment, right? We go out there, we put on a great show week after week, but there are certain elements of what we do that are very real. The work is real, the sacrifice is real that we put into this. The dream that I had of holding the WWE Championship up as champion in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania, that was a childhood dream for me, man. That was a goal, and for me to have achieved that for myself was like, wow, I can't believe like that this happened, But then from the perspective of the scenario being bigger than myself, for people, I always say that it's important to see somebody like that looks like you doing incredible things, right? Like for me, going on to social media after the win, I saw a lot of people, and a lot of people had messages for me about like, I never thought I'd see this happen. This is great. They showed me videos of their kids watching that moment. And for me, it's like, man, if that moment has any kind of like influence on the people who are watching, if it influences them in the direction of following their dreams, that is so exciting for me. That is so heartwarming for me. And I can't believe a lot of times that like I'm a part of that, because my passion now is really to help people like follow their dreams, because living life the way that you want to live it, doing what you want to do is the only way to live life, So if I can push you in that direction, whatever it is that you want to do, if I can make you believe in yourself, if you can look at the TV and say, man, Kofi did the impossible. He didn't have a WWE title shot for 11 years. And when he finally got his chance, he finally did it. Maybe I can do what I want to do too if I persist and I keep on fighting and I keep on believing in myself. Like that excites me, So it feels good. It feels I feel like we have a responsibility to a lot of the people who watch to let them know that anything is possible. Like I'm just a dude who liked wrestling and I decided to follow my dream. That's the only reason I'm here. I'm undersized in comparison to a lot of people. I have chicken legs, I have no internal muscle in my chest. I have an oddly shaped large head, but somehow, some way, I've become a WWE superstar and I've won the greatest prize in the history of this industry. So that's all a testament to being able to believe in myself. And I want everyone out there to do the same.
Well, you teamed with Big E, and Ezekiel was first 8 years ago with New Day. This has been an incredible run. I know Big E's recovering from the serious injury, and we'll ask about that in a moment. But first, what's it like working with those two men?
It's funny that you even say working, because it's not, like I said, it doesn't feel like work. We're out there having fun, man. We're out there, we are brothers. We have a very special and unique bond that we've been able to kind of strengthen over the years. I feel so fortunate that I like even cross paths with the both of them. For me to have a friend and have a bond as strong as I have with one person, let alone two people, like that, like with Woods, and like the bond that I have with Woods and E is amazing. And I feel very lucky and fortunate to have them in my life. Like, we talk every day. We've never had any kind of fights or disagreements or anything like that. We just vibe so heavily together, and I feel very fortunate. And then we get in the ring and we just get out there and we just start having fun and trying to like make each other laugh and make each other like react. And people get to see that, and then they want to be involved in that too. So it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful relationship that we all have, and it provides for a great show and a great act for the WWE universe.
Well, now we know that Big E suffered a broken neck a few weeks ago. This week he said things are not healing quite as quickly as he would like. What can you tell us about how he's doing?
He's actually doing really well. His spirits are still very high. The kind of person that he is that he wants everyone else to be okay, right? So even the night where he broke his neck, he was on social media updating everybody because he didn't want anybody to worry about him. He didn't want anybody to to not know or be unsure of what was going on, and he wanted to like calm everybody down. So that's the kind of person that he is that he's very selfless. He is, he's just a great human being all around. So we're all happy that the injury wasn't as severe as it could have been. As severe as it was, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. But he's not needed surgery. There was no misalignment. The news that he got the other day wasn't the best, but at the same time, it's just a stage in the process of where we are. And what he's trying to do is take things one day at a time, and we're all trying to figure it out together as he marches towards recovery. But like I said, he's in real good spirits about everything, and in a pretty positive state of mind, all things considered.
Now, I'm sure Big E's injury had an impact on plans for New Day for the immediate future. Do you know what's coming up next for you?
Oh, I have no idea. I never have any idea, man. Like, I'm always the last one to find things out. I go onto social media and everyone's like, whoa, you have a match today with so-and-so. Oh, good luck. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. How did you know before me? So I'm not very high on the totem pole with regards to people telling me exactly what is in the plans, but that's okay. Because I think one of the greatest things about WWE is like that level of unpredictability. You never know what's going to happen next. You never know what your workday is going to be like. You never know what you're going to see on a show. And that's what makes it so intriguing. That's why people can't stop watching. That's what we love as performers, to be able to kind of like fly by the seat of our pants. It makes it so much more exciting, and to do it all on live TV makes it even more exciting. So yeah, we'll see, man. I have no idea. I always show up to work with the just enthusiasm and zest for what we're going to do, and when I find out, I approach it with the level of passion, and then we execute. So that's really it.
Well, do you think you might want another singles run, or do you like the tag team ranks? Which do you prefer?
It's interesting, man, because they're just so different between like singles and tag team wrestling. I don't know, man. I enjoy having a lot of fun with Woods out there in our tag team matches, but at the same time, we're both well equipped to have singles matches at the drop of a hat. So, who knows, man? I think the best thing and what it takes to be a WWE superstar is a level of adaptability. You have to be able to adapt with what is being put on your plate. Right? You have to be able to find a way to make it work. Even when I won the WWE Championship, like leading up to that, I wasn't supposed to be in that story. The Elimination Chamber was going on, and Ali ended up getting hurt. I think he broke his eye socket, and I was a replacement for him in the Elimination Chamber, which put me into a gauntlet match. And then the people realized, like, hey, Kofi has never had a shot at the WWE title in over 11 years, man. We want him to be there. So I was luckily prepared to take that role and to be able to execute in that role. And like I said, you just never know. You know, if I wasn't ready, if I wasn't prepared, Kofi Mania might not have ever happened. So I don't know. I don't know what's next. But like I said, man, I'm always prepared for whatever's thrown at me.
Now, you've been a fan favorite for most of your career, but you and New Day briefly were the bad guys. Tell me,
Yeah.
wasn't it a little bit of fun to be the heel?
It was the best. It was the best. We talk about it all the time. I think one of my favorite things in the industry is being able to go to a child in the front row and threaten to ground him. You know what I mean? And to scold these little kids because I'm an adult and you're a child and you have to listen to what I have to say. You know, I love it. That it's my favorite because they're like, no, you're not the boss of me. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what my sister, you're not the boss of me. You can't tell me what to do. I said, you are a child. I am an adult. You must do what I say. And I go out there and I scold these children. You know what I mean? So it was great, man, to be able to go out there and kind of mess with the crowd a little bit. We joke about it all the time. We're like, hey, man, if these people start turning on us, maybe we'll get to be heels again. Maybe we'll get to be bad guys. And we go out there and people keep cheering for us because they just can't seem to get enough of the New Day. I know we're really good at what we do and people like that. So, you know, I don't think we're going to be bad guys anytime soon.
Well, how did being a part of New Day change your career?
I think from a lot of different perspectives. Number one, it allowed me to speak on the microphone. I never got a lot of mic time when I was doing my single stuff. And that is a huge part of what we do, being able to go out and just entertain people verbally, to be able to move people emotionally, to be able to exhibit some kind of anger. I think my character back then was really like, I don't know if I really knew what it was, but with the New Day, I was able to like be this condescending, hypocritical individual to go out and that's like I like to talk a lot of trash. If we play video games, I'm like one of the loudest trash talkers in there, whether I'm good at the game or not. So for me to be able to do that with the New Day as heels was it was just so much fun, you know. But it just allowed people to realize like, oh my gosh, like Kofi can actually talk. He has a lot to say here, man. He's actually pretty funny. Or I don't know if they said that, but I'll throw it in there and like act like I'm funny. You know what I'm saying? And put that narrative out there. But yeah, I think that enabled us to take our careers to just a different level. When you're vibing like that, you have something so unique as the New Day, doing this wrestling thing in a different way that has ever been done before. And yeah, man, it's when you're able to provide something that's unique and entertaining for the people, you can't help but be propelled, and you can't help but to excel.
Kofi, I really appreciate you taking time to us. They tell me I need to let you go to the next interview, but man, I really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you Sunday night.
Right on, man. Thank you for having me on. And like I said, man, people out there who like having fun, you know, you got to come to a WWE show. You know, that's really what we do, is we put smiles on faces, and we love to do it. So bring your energy, bring your signs, you know, and cheer for the people who you like. And don't be afraid to boo the people who you don't like either. All of that is all good, and we love it.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.
Right on, man. Thank you.
Take care.
You too.